No, okay, so let's jump right into our call today. So, as you know, this entire week we're talking about the morning routine, the morning schedule. What do you need to do to set yourself up for success every single day? And I wrote down what I call the fundamentals of real estate. This was passed down to me. I want to say almost 20 years ago when I was first in coaching. And I want you to write down these eight fundamentals. So the first fundamental when it comes to being successful in real estate is number one is take responsibility. Take responsibility for your thoughts and for your actions. Take responsibility for your thoughts and your actions. In other words, no need to blame others. Blame yourself. Take responsibility for that, right? What's happening in the market, whatever's going on in your world, right? Take responsibility for that, right? What you feed your mind is up to you. Anything can happen to you. Whatever happens to you, both positive or negative, at the end of the day, it's how you react to it. So fundamental number one is take responsibility for your thoughts and your actions. Fundamental number two is commit to a very specific mission. Commit to a very specific mission. Now, why is it that you are selling real estate? Why are you doing this? Why not something else? And then, what characteristic traits do you want to possess? What characteristic traits do you want to possess? And what do you want to accomplish in this real estate game? A lot said in that second fundamental. It's commit to a very specific mission. Right? Know why it is that you're selling real estate. What are those traits? What are those skill sets that you need to have? And what is it that you want to accomplish in this real estate game? Fundamental number three I wrote down is make your daily actions. Make your daily actions consistent with this specific mission. What are those daily actions that you have to take on consistently to achieve that mission that you're going after? And why you do this? Okay. So number three is make your daily actions consistent with your mission. Number four, fundamentals of real estate, is play it one day at a time. Confident, focused on each day. And it is played with disregard for past or future days. Be in the present when playing in this game that we're in, right? Play one day at a time, confident focus on each day, as it's played with disregard for past or future days. And this is a key point, right? Many times I get agents that had a killer year. They finished the year strong, amazing deal. And then it's like they're living in that past glory. They're living in that past, like, yeah, it's all good, but they're not putting in that time, that effort, what is required today. And we all know that what you do today, you're going to see the results 90 to 120 days from now, right? So we need to play it every day completely at zero. Start the day every day at zero. All right, fundamental number five, write this down. Focus on the process of real estate rather than the outcome of your performance. I hope you highlight and underline this point. Focus on the process of real estate rather than the outcome of your performance. The problem that we have is the results that you're going to get is 90 to 120 days down the road. So it's easy to get caught up in like, no one's home, or I can't connect with anyone, or what I'm doing isn't working. Right? That's easy to creep into your mindset. And that goes back to that whole idea of, take responsibility for your thoughts and actions, right? Understand that the process that you follow the activities that you do on that daily grind is way more important than that one listing appointment or one buyer showing or buyer client or transaction that fell apart. The process that you're following every single day is way more important than that. All right, fundamental number 6. This one's a bit longer. So realize that you can't control what happens around you, but you can control your response to it. So realize that you can't control what happens around you, but you can control your response to it. And then you must be in control of yourself. You must be in control of yourself before you can be in control of your performance. Before you can control your performance. See, in that, there's always going to be situations, there's always going to be scenarios, there's always going to be that client, there's always going to be that person that just gets underneath your skin, or that situation that gets underneath your skin. And again, you must be in control of yourself. You must have that power to not get emotional, right? An old mentor of mine said, keep your emotions between the lines. And your lines can't be from Los Angeles to Boston. You need to have tighter lines, right? You need to control your emotions, right? You get a big win. You sell a $3 million property. You're making X amount of dollars, $75,000. You can't be jumping up and doing the dance. You get back at it, do the same thing that you did every single day to get to that appointment. Same thing, that $3 million transaction falls apart and you lose, or potentially think you lose, that $35,000 in potential commission. But the reality is it was never there for you. You need to be in control of yourself, that emotions. In this business, you are the rock for your clients. Your clients can get all emotional. That's on them. But you need to be in control. Okay. Number 7, fundamentals of real estate. Develop the mental skills so that you can consistently perform near the best of your ability. And then have something to go to when facing adversity. So number 7 is develop the mental skills so you can consistently perform near the best of your ability, and then have something to go to when faced with adversity. Because you know what? We're going to get a lot of adversity, right? So what's that thing for you? Who can you turn to? What can you turn to? And I'm not thinking of alcohol here, okay, folks, right? Turn to something positive, something great. Turn to exercising, turn to drinking more water, turn to just meditating, turn to reading a great book, a podcast, right? Turn to being on this call with me, right? What is it that you have to turn to when you're faced with adversity, right? And the last one, fundamental number 8, right? This is my own little thing. This is my thing. This is the one I added to this. And that is your AM hours are for building your business. And your PM hours are for taking care of your business. So AM hours for building the business, PM hours taking care of your business. So let me elaborate on that one. If you follow that model, if you follow this phrase, you will never worry about production in your business. You're not going to have the ups and downs in real estate. You're just going to have steady growth, right? I guarantee you that. What I mean by AM hours of building the business, it's doing the activities to generate your appointments. It is doing those hours of power. It's connecting with people. It's following up with leads. It's working on your craft and building your skill set. Those are really the 3 activities that's involved in that AM hours for the most part. It's practicing your scripts and dialogues. It's making the calls, connecting with people, setting those appointments, and it's following up with existing leads. And that should happen from the time you get into the office to 12 noon. That should be dedicated to building the business. After 12 noon in the PM hours, it's literally everything else. It is going on listing appointments. It's going on buyer appointments. It's showing houses, home inspections, picking up deposit checks, putting up for sale signs, staging a home, negotiating offers, price reductions. It's, following up on emails. It's shooting video. It's putting out content. Everything else happens after 12 noon. And if you divide your day that way, you're never going to have an issue of time management. If you really think about it, if I was to ask you, how early in the morning do you feel comfortable picking up the phone and calling someone you don't know? And most of you would say, hey, Danny, without question, I have no problems around 9 a.m. I go, perfect. So that would mean that from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, you have 3 hours to build your business. You have 3 hours to connecting with people, right? But then the next question would be, if you were negotiating an offer, and you're going back and forth with the buyer and the seller, how late in the day, in the evening, in the night that you would work to get this deal to happen? And most of you say, hey, I have no problems, Danny. I can work to 9 o'clock on nights. Some of you are like, until it's done. I don't care if it's midnight. We're going to get this deal done. But comfortably wise, you can work till 8, 9 o'clock at night if you wish, if you choose to. I'm not saying you should. So that gives you a solid 8, 9 hours of taking care of your business. So please don't allow all those activities that you can be doing in that afternoon, in that evening, to ever interrupt the building the business part. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we divide our day up where we're building the business and we're taking care of the business. We're doing both because they're both equally important. So that being said, so those are the 8 fundamentals in real estate. Let's take advantage of that AM hours. Let me really dissect this for you. Why should we be making the calls, connecting with people in the AM hours? And I wrote down a few points. Number 1 is you personally have more energy in the morning than you would in the afternoon or in the evening, without question. Number 2, the people that you are connecting with early in the morning, between that 9 to 12 time period, they're actually in better moods than they would be after a long day's work and day with the kids and day with the family when they're getting home later in that afternoon or evening. So the fact that the clients that you're connecting with will be in better moods in that morning time. Right. Number 3, taking advantage of your morning schedule would be there's less distractions for you in the morning. The general public, for the most part, think that you walk into the office between 10 and 11. They're not thinking that you're walking into the office at 8 o'clock in the morning, right? Or 9 o'clock in the morning. They're thinking you're getting there later in the day. So you're going to have less distractions in that morning period of building the business. And on the same token, that means you'll be more consistent at doing this, that daily grind, that consistency level. And again, consistency avoids the ups and downs in real estate. It gives you that steady growth. And of course, we all know this, that when are your appointment times for the most part? Your appointment times for the most part are in the afternoon and evening. The only time you really have an appointment in the morning, to be honest with you, is because of a home inspector. It says, oh, I can't do it in the afternoon, I can do it in the morning. So you give in. Stop giving in. Find a new home inspector, right? Follow your schedule. Make sure that you are working and protecting that morning routine, right? That morning routine. So what does the morning routine look like? All right. I shared with you back on Monday a simple schedule, but here's a checklist for you to write down. This is what should be in your morning routine, right? So number 1, I wrote down is get up every day at the same time, every day. Up, same time, every single day. Number 2, do some sort of exercise or stretching program or just walk around the block. I don't care, but some sort of getting the body going, movement. I don't care if it's stretching or if you decide to do a P90X workout, does not matter. The third thing we wrote down in the morning routine would be having a nutritious breakfast. And again, a coffee and a bagel or muffin is not nutritious, right? You need that energy. Protect your body. Remember, take care of your body. Right? Number 4 is get into the office early. Now, I'm not putting a time frame for you. You know what's early. Some of you have responsibilities and driving kids to work, to school, and taking care of in the mornings. And I get that and I respect that. So you decide what's early for you. Like I mentioned, right? Calling people at 9 a.m. There's nothing wrong with that. So if you can get into the office at 8 or 8:30, that would be brilliant. That'll be amazing. But here's the thing, is that when you get into the office, you need to follow what's known as a pre-prospecting routine. Okay, a pre-prospecting routine. You can't just drop your bag, take off your coat, and then boom, let me start making my calls. Let me start making my connections. That won't be positive. That will not be a good prospecting session for you. What you need to have is maybe a 30-minute routine to kind of hit the reset button, get yourself into the proper mind frame to making the calls, to connecting with people. Right. So here's a suggestion for a pre-prospect routine. Number A would be mindset. Hit that focus, hit that reset button. What's the mindset? And working on your mindset should take about 10 minutes. What can you do for mindset? Well, maybe chant some affirmations. Maybe read your goals and your business plan. Maybe grab a journal and write out the 8 to 10 things that you're grateful for in this world. Having that written out every single day, putting it into your mindset why it is that you do this, right? Maybe, quite simply, it's just closing your eyes and listen to some amazing music, something in the background that pumps you up. We all have those songs. Maybe create a playlist that really gets you into that great mood, right? So that would be all under mindset. The next thing I would do is practice your craft. Right? You need to have some prospecting scripts according to your pillars of business. Maybe the lead follow-up script you're going to practice, maybe the qualifying script, your listing presentation, your buyer presentation, handling objections, closes. There are so many different scripts and dialogues that we need to be working on and mastering. And I would say taking 15 minutes in this period to really learn the scripts and dialogues, to really help you so that when you're talking to people, hey, it's coming naturally to you. You're listening better, right? You're getting that, that understanding of the client and what they need, right? And then the last thing I wrote down is part of your pre-prospecting routine would be visualize the perfect outcome. What's that perfect outcome? What's that perfect outcome? Setting a qualified listing appointment. So think about it. You close your eyes, you visualize yourself dialing the phone, asking the prospecting questions, setting that listing appointment. You go through the qualifying questions and you find out the client's motivation, the where, the when, the why, right? You visualize putting together the CMA and the listing package, driving to their house, knocking on their door. You visualize shaking their hand, walking through the house, sitting down at the kitchen table. You visualize doing an amazing listing presentation, have them sign the listing agreement at your price and your commission. Then you're walking outside, putting a for sale sign on your lawn, putting a sold rider on the for sale sign, and then you're driving away with a $15,000 paycheck. Can you guys see that? Can you guys visualize that? See, that's a better mindset to now jump on the phone than, please don't be home. Please don't be home. Please don't be home. Like, what are you saying to yourself before you make those calls? In fact, by going through this exercise, you're reprogramming your subconscious mind. See, your subconscious mind does not know the difference between fantasy and reality. And what you just did using your conscious mind is told your brain that when I pick up the phone, I get a paycheck. And now that is the power of a morning routine. That is the power of that pre-prospecting routine. All right. Does anyone have any questions, concerns, hallucinations, anything at all? No, you guys all good? All right. So as you know, tomorrow we're going to be playing a video. We're going to go through scheduling a mindset video tomorrow. Other than that, please unmute yourselves. Please unmute yourselves. And I am curious, what day is today, baby?
Money making day.
That's right. It's the money making day. So what do you have to do in your business to move the needle? You guys are awesome. I'll talk to all of you tomorrow. Thanks so much.
See you guys.
Great.